When we were looking for a Mesivta to send Chaim to, we heard about the great Rabbi and the warmth of the yeshiva, the Mesivta of Clifton, and we sent him there. And over the years, we've seen that he's finished a Masechta every year, and we've seen how he has grown over the years and to have a love for learning and to be a true Ben Torah. Since Chaim came in to the 9th grade, from his 9th grade Rabbi all the way up to his 12th grade Rabbi, they've worked with him and they've put effort into helping him learn. Chaim is one of the many boys who travel from Muncie to Clifton. We thought that it would be great for him to experience the warmth of the yeshiva, and we saw also that the secular education department in the Mesivta is also well-rounded. They prepare the boys for any way they decide to go, and so they be a real Ben Torah with a good, well-rounded education. Now that Chaim is graduating and he's looking into to go learn in Beis Medrash, we feel that over the years he has grown into a true Ben Torah, and the yeshiva instilled in him a love for learning, and to give him the tools that he needs to be a real Ben Torah. The people that know us know that it is not our thing to accept honors, but we felt that we had such hakaras hatoiv to the Mesivta of Clifton that we felt that this would be the appropriate time to be the guest of honor and show our hakaras hatoiv to the yeshiva.
The Mesivta of Clifton, different than most Mesivtas that I've come to know, is a Mesivta that targets one goal, and that's to make each individual boy his own person, make him grow to be who he can be in the best possible way. So in the Mesivta I find, when I go there to see my son, to pick him up once in a while, there's a happiness to be there. The boys are very united. The older ones, the younger ones, not different ages, they're not different cliques. It's one big, so to speak, happy family. I never thought that my son, as a 9th grader, would do different than me in finishing a Masechta. I personally never finished the Masechta in 9th grade. I didn't have the means to do so. But in this yeshiva, my son finished the Masechta not by being forced to do so, but by being encouraged and being offered every tool and every opportunity, extra shiurim, extra chavrusas, everything that they would want to finish the Masechta. The fact that a boy in 9th grade finishes a Masechta as big as Bav Mitzvah, which they finished last year, is an enormous accomplishment. It's a big boost in the future, and he's excited in Yirtzeh Hashem to finish this year a smaller Masechta because he knows he can do it from last year. So last year, Baruch Hashem was there. I had Baruch Hashem, my father's all gesund, and my father-in-law's all gesund with my little son. It was an enormous feeling of simcha, of accomplishment, not only for our son, but mostly for yeshiva as a whole, with all the parents and everyone being there. We all felt we were part of this wonderful occasion. Baruch Hashem, the Hanhola that I have been in touch with, both Rabbi Zachs, the Rabbi Halberstadt, Rabbi Teitz, The relationship that I've had with them as a parent has been one of, I can say, I'll use the term a friend more than a Rosh Yeshiva to a parent or a Rebbe to a parent. Their goal is my goal, and that's to serve and to help our son and the other boys in the Mesivta. I know that my son looks up to the Rebbeim, and his relationship with them is not just as the Rebbe who gives them the Shir Gemara or Shir Bekiyas or whatever comes into their daily schedule, but rather the relationship is one of somebody who can look up to, a role model, somebody who can ask questions to, somebody who feels comfortable with in every area besides the Gemara.
I accidentally received a phone call from Rabbi Halberstadt, and he asked me to help him with his expansion of his campus, and it was kind of a no-brainer. The dormitory is the Fort Knox of Clifton. It's a building designed to withstand all of the trials and tribulations that Avrohom can bring to it. It's a 3-story building. It has very spacious dorm rooms, walls solid as a rock. It has a very open basement, beautiful lighting, LED lighting, nice accommodating showers, and it's really it's a nice home away from home for the Avrohom. So the boys have been a pleasure to be around. Boys, when they're in the base medrash, they're pretty much under the watchful eye of their Rabbi, and you see the chesek they have in learning, which is very nice. But a true barometer of the success of the yeshiva is how they comport themselves outside of the yeshiva, how they handle themselves in the public eye. So during the construction of the dormitory, the boys are very respectful. They're very curious. They treated everybody with the appropriate kavod. They listened when they were asked to leave unsafe conditions. I consider it a big zchus to be able to assist yeshivas and schools and chesed organizations to renovate or construct buildings and offices that they require. I've helped several places in town, the Aguda Shul, Rav Weinberger Shul. I've assisted Kol Yeshurun, Rav Aaron Cohen. We accepted the Bonei Torah award because this is our way of being machzik Torah, our way of giving back to this wonderful community, and to be a part of the phenomenal growth of this particular yeshiva. Fantastic Rebbeim, Menalim, Rosh Yeshiva. It's something truly special, and we also, in Yetz Hashem, will be able to continue to help Reb Halberstadt with whatever he needs, and if we're given the zechus to continue helping Klal Yisrael in their endeavors.
Obviously nobody saw that yeshiva was going to become this big, but we were hoping, we had a good ilm to start, so we were hoping to eventually be able to grow to something that we would all look back on and we would have pride over. So all the alumni that come out of the base medrash, especially my chaver and my C, they have very close keser with their Rabbeim. The Rabbeim keep in touch with them. Rabbi Schwartz, when I was in the yeshiva, he was a 12th grade Rabbi. Now he's the Rosh Yeshiva. So, and the Ilm still has a very, very good keser with him, and he's a chashuv person, somebody you keep in touch with. I know when I was in Shidduchim and I ever had questions like for Shidduchim, I called Rabbi Levine and I was able to schmooze with him about it. He always gave good hadracha, so the Ilm has a very good keser with the Rebbeim. Rabbi Weimger and Rabbi Halbershat were our Rabbeim in 9th grade, and we were able to tell they put a lot into the Bachrim, and we all grew tremendously from those Rabbeim. And then each year, as we had new Rabbeim, like they brought up the level of all the Talmidim. We had Rabbi Tights in 10th grade, and then Rabbi Bluth, and he's not there anymore, but he was when I was in Yeshiva in 11th grade, and Rabbi Schwartz in 12th grade. Each year, they brought out in the Brachim, there were different aspects that each Rebbe was able to bring out, and the whole of the yeshivas was amazing. It was something that I think is special for Mesivta of Clifton that other yeshivas don't have necessarily, is how close our Rebbeim are, and what a good job they do with the Talmidim. So the shiurim in Mesivta in general they weren't such big shiurim. I know with my shiur it's 15 bachrim. It's some yeshivas 35 bachrim in a shiur, and it's hard to have a keser with all the boys when there's such a big shiur. But in Clifton, it's a nice size. Obviously, it's not small, but my shiur was 15 bachrim, and I have an amazing keser with everybody in the shiur. So I see them and I give them hugs. And when I went on to other Beit Midrashim, you see that other people that were coming from other yeshivas, they didn't necessarily have such a good keser with the other boys coming from their yeshiva. In Clifton, we were known, like the Clifton boys were known as like they all had a very good keser with each other. Everybody knew it. And, like I see it still today. Like my friends that I have today, they're like my brothers. So that was one of the most special things about Mesivta Clifton for sure. So I remember when I came in for my Farher, we were the first year in the Mesivta. Rabbi Halbershat gave us all a shmooze about how we're the pioneers. You could ask everybody from my year, we all remember the shmooze about how we're going to be the pioneers of the yeshiva. And Rabbi Halbershat had big dreams. We all thought Rabbi Halbershat had big dreams. He wants, to buy the whole Clifton. But if you go over there, you see they own now. They bought 5-6 properties over there, and nobody thought it would ever grow to be that they would grow to be that big. They built a massive dormitory, beautiful massive dormitory also, and everybody thought Rabbi Halbershat had dreams, but some people's dreams come true.